It's evening, and you walk into the room where your cat is stretched on the arm of the couch, watching you. You reach down for that automatic head scratch you always give, and your cat leans away, just slightly, then tolerates it the way they always do. You feed this cat. You scoop the box, you buy the toys they ignore, and still some quiet part of you wonders the thing nobody says out loud. Does my cat actually like me? That doubt doesn't make you a bad owner. It makes you a thoughtful one. The real problem is years of the internet insisting cats are cold, aloof loners. So you fall back on dog language and human language instead, the big hugs and surprise pickups that quietly say the opposite of what your heart means. What if I told you the 7 things your cat has been waiting for you to learn cost nothing, and they're already hiding in the ordinary moments you share every day? Under a minute each, and they change everything. If you saw the thumbnail, you saw the promise. 7 daily habits, and by number 7, one spot on your cat's body that unlocks something deeper than all the rest. Hi everyone, I'm Leo Bennett, your neighborhood cat veterinarian. The number 1 question I get isn't about fleas or hairballs. It's, does my cat really love me? And the science says yes. A landmark study out of Oregon State University found that about 2/3 of cats form a secure attachment to their owner, the same kind of bond human babies form with a parent. So today we're doing a complete masterclass on the science of the human-cat bond. Grab a notebook and subscribe so you never miss one of these feline deep dives. So let's start where every bond starts, with the way you talk to your cat. You already do it. That soft, high, slightly silly voice that slips out the second you see them, the one you'd never use in a meeting. Most people feel embarrassed by it. Don't be. That voice is doing more work than you know. Here's the tell. Your cat perks up, turns their head, maybe pads a few steps closer, but only when your voice climbs into that warm, sing-song register. Talk to them in your flat, everyday adult voice, and they barely twitch an ear. That's not your cat ignoring you. That's your cat waiting for the version of your voice they recognize. There's a name for it. Researchers call it cat-directed speech, the feline cousin of the way we all talk to babies. A 2022 study out of Paris-Nanterre University found that cats reacted to their own owner's high, warm, exaggerated tone, turning toward it, tuning in. But when that same owner used a normal adult voice, the cat stayed checked out. And when a stranger used the sweet tone, the cats didn't respond the way they did for their own person. It's not just the pitch, it's the pitch coming from you. So every time you pass your cat, feed them, or catch them staring, say something. Anything. The words don't matter. Keep the tone soft, warm, a little musical, a few seconds several times a day. One gentle caution. Soft is the operative word. Cats startle at sudden volume, so never let it tip into loud or sharp, and don't loom over them while you do it. Now, your voice opens the door, but there's a second signal that runs even deeper, and it happens without a sound. Have you ever caught your cat looking at you, then slowly letting their eyes fall shut? Most people think that's a sleepy cat. It isn't. That slow blink is one of the most deliberate things a cat can send you, and it's aimed right at you. The slow blink is what behaviorists call an affiliative signal, cat language for, I mean you no harm. Researchers at the University of Sussex tested this in 2020 with 2 experiments. When owners slow blinked at their cats, the cats were far more likely to slow blink back. And cats were more likely to approach a stranger who slow blinked than one holding a flat, neutral face. Now, flip that around, because this is where most of us go wrong. In cat language, a hard, unblinking stare is a threat. So every time you lock eyes and hold that gaze wide open, the way we do when something's cute, you may be sending the opposite of the love you feel. Here's the fix. Catch your cat's eye. Soften your face. Let your eyelids drift down slow and gentle. Hold for a beat, then open. 3 seconds. Do it whenever your eyes meet. Morning and night at minimum. Often, you'll get that slow blink right back. No treat, no toy, no bribe. Just 3 quiet seconds that tell your cat you're not a threat, you're family. So you're speaking their language with your voice and your eyes. But the moment you reach out and touch your cat, a whole new set of rules kicks in, And this is where loving owners break trust without realizing it. Start with how you say hello. You walk over and reach straight for the head. Watch what your cat does in that half second. A little flinch, a duck, a brief freeze before they let you carry on. That flinch is information. You skipped a step. Cats meet the world nose first. They have a vomeronasal organ, a scent reading tool in the roof of the mouth, and they lead nearly every social introduction with smell. When two cats who like each other say hi, they touch noses first. That's the handshake. Go straight for the head grab, and to your cat it feels like a stranger hugging you with zero warning. Not painful, but jarring every time. So, offer the handshake. Before you pet, extend one finger at their nose height, a few inches away, and hold it there. Let them come to you. When they sniff, then push their cheek against your fingertip. That's your green light. 2 seconds every time before you touch. The warning is simple. Let them close the gap. Never poke your finger into their face or corner them. If the ears flatten or the head pulls back, stop and try again later. The next mistake comes straight from love. Your cat is curled into a perfect little ball, fast asleep, and something in your chest just needs to scoop them up. I get it. But hold on. Cats are polyphasic sleepers, 12 to 16 hours a day in dozens of short bursts. And deep sleep is the most defenseless a cat ever gets. Lift them out of it and their heart rate spikes before they know what's happening. Even if they settle into your arms a moment later, some part of them just filed that cozy spot under "not actually safe." Do it enough and you'll see them moving their naps higher, harder to reach, the top of the wardrobe, the back of the closet. So here's the easiest habit on the list. When your cat is truly asleep, you do nothing. You admire them and you walk on by. And a real caution, 2 ways. Startling a sleeping cat can earn you a defensive scratch or bite. But watch the flip side too. If your cat suddenly starts hiding or sleeping far more than usual, that's not shyness, and it's not this habit. A sudden change like that can mean pain or illness, and it's worth a call to your vet. Now let's talk about the payoff. The one spot on your cat's body that outranks every other. Scratch a cat's belly and you'll often get claws. Scratch right between and behind the ears and something different happens. The eyes drift shut, the body softens, the purr drops into a deeper register. There's a reason. When bonded cats groom each other, a behavior called allo-grooming, they focus almost entirely on that one place, the base of the head. Why there? Because it's the exact spot a cat can never reach alone. So it's the one place they can only be groomed by someone they completely trust. Family-only territory. To speak that language, use your fingertips. Slow, light, small, repetitive strokes between and behind the ears and down the back of the head. Don't dig in. You're imitating the soft drag of another cat's tongue. A few seconds in any calm moment. Now, you'll hear people say this releases a bonding hormone called oxytocin in both cat and owner. That's a lovely idea, and it may be true, but the science isn't nailed down, so I'll call it a powerful bonding cue, not settled fact. What is settled? Keep off the belly and the base of the tail, and watch for overstimulation. A flicking tail, skin rippling along the back, ears swiveling backward, those all mean stop now, before the love turns into a nip. But Leo, what if my cat has never let me near that spot? Then back all the way up. Start with the scent handshake. Keep sessions short and let your cat walk away the second they want to. Trust isn't a switch you flip. It's a door they open, on their schedule, once they believe you'll always let them leave. So, we fixed how you speak, how you greet, how you touch. The last 2 habits aren't about doing more. They're about presence, and one instinct your cat was born needing you to feed. Picture this. You're on the couch, your cat's across the room, and you think nothing's happening between you. But something is. Cats show trust through affiliative proximity. They bond by sharing space, not by cuddling on command. In the wild, a cat only rests near another cat they truly trust, because resting means lowering their guard. So when you're simply nearby, asking nothing, you're saying the loudest, safe thing a person can say in cat. The habit is almost too easy. Sit down and do your own thing. Read, scroll, work. Don't call them over. Don't reach. Don't try to make a moment happen. Just let them exist near you with zero pressure, 5 to 15 minutes a day. The only caution is patience. Resist the urge to close the distance for them. Reach too soon and you reset the very thing you're building. Let them choose. Week by week, that gap shrinks. Same room, then same couch, then right against your leg. Because they chose it. And the final habit feeds the deepest instinct your cat has. You wave a toy back and forth in one spot, and your cat just stares at you, flat and unimpressed. That's not a lazy cat. That's a broken hunt. A cat's hunting runs on a fixed predatory sequence. Orient, stalk, chase, pounce, grab, and finally, the catch. Waggle a toy in place and you skip every step, so your cat never gets the finish their brain craves. So do it properly. Take a wand toy and move it like fleeing prey, away from your cat, never toward them. Let it dart behind a chair leg and vanish. Let it freeze, then bolt. When those pupils blow wide and the body flattens, you've switched on something primal. 5 to 10 minutes a day. And here's the part everyone forgets. Let them actually catch it at the end. Win the hunt, then wind down. But Leo, what if my cat ignores every toy I own? 9 times out of 10, it isn't the toy. It's the movement. Stop waving, start fleeing, and let them land the catch. The safety line is firm. Never play with your bare hands, because that teaches your cat that fingers are fair game to bite. And when you're done, put every wand and string toy away in a drawer. Loose string is a real swallowing and strangling hazard, so those come out only when you can supervise. So let's gather it all up. 7 small things, not one costing a cent. The warm voice that tells your cat it's you. The slow blink that says, I'm no threat. The offered finger before you touch, leaving your sleeping cat undisturbed. Those gentle strokes at the base of the head. Simply sitting near them, asking nothing. And a real hunt they get to win. Here's my honest advice, the same thing I tell every owner in my practice. Don't try to do all 7 at once. If you suddenly start baby talking, blinking, offering fingers, and stalking your cat with a wand toy, you'll overwhelm the very cat you're trying to win over. Pick 1, maybe 2. Do them gently and consistently for a week or 2, and let your cat set the pace. Trust in a cat is built in tiny, repeated deposits, day after quiet day. Slow and steady wins this one. Now, an important word, because these habits are for a healthy cat. They're not a substitute for medical care. If your cat suddenly changes, abruptly starts hiding, stops eating, grooms a patch of fur down to bare skin, sleeps far more than usual, turns irritable, or begins flinching from a touch they used to lean into, please hear me. That's very often pain or illness talking, not personality, and not something a slow blink will fix. A shift like that means it's time to book a vet visit promptly. Behavior work never replaces a proper exam when something's genuinely wrong. And if you've been getting some of these wrong for years, don't feel 1 ounce of guilt. You weren't failing your cat. You were loving them in human and loving them in dog, when all along they were waiting for you to love them in cat. The fact that you sat through a whole masterclass to learn their language tells me everything. If this helped you see your cat differently today, do me a small favor and tap that like button. It's the simplest way to tell the algorithm to carry this to more cat owners who want to bond the right way. And subscribe while you're here so you never miss the next feline deep dive. Then leave me a comment and tell me this. Which of the 7 did your cat respond to first? I read as many as I can, and I love hearing your stories. So tonight, catch your cat's eye, give them a slow blink, and a gentle scratch right between the ears for Leo. Take good care of them, and take good care of yourself. I'll see you next time.